So hello and welcome back to another remarkable episode on a Black Suit Tonight Africa Rising channel. If you're watching this in 2025, I want to say Happy New Year and a prosperous New Year. I hope 2025 comes with a lot of opportunities for you, your family, and all your endeavors, right? Today I want to make this episode very short. I want to talk about Ghana's election, 7th January. It happened in 7th December, and a month time, which is 7th January, which will be very soon, a week from today. The new president, who is old and now new, John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, will be sworn in. Ghana's election got a lot of people talking. In fact, a lot of Western nations and even a lot of African nations, especially Nigerians, and we'll talk about that, what Nigerians are saying, what it means for Ghana, what it means for Ghana's constitution, what it means for democracy in Africa, and all. So once again, if you're new to this channel, please kindly subscribe. This is Black Week Tonight Africa Rising channel. We talk about things that have to do with the African, those in the diaspora, Black community in the diaspora, and the whole Africa. We want to see Africa become great again, so that we will be fully and self-sufficient and fully independent. My name is Bakwe Banaboma. Call me Ben Carson, and I'll be your host for today. So Ghana's election, that is based off on the 1992 constitution, which has seen 9 successful elections right from its inception in 1992 and its adoption in 1993. Ghana's first election was held in this fourth republic in 1992, which saw the military government transition into the National Democratic Congress, led by the famous and may he so rest in peace, Jerry John Rawlings. All right, and then in 1996 we had another election where that government won again. And in 2000, after a runoff, the New Patriotic Party, which was the first transition for this constitution, happened. 2004, the NPP won again, led by John Agyekum Kufuor. 2008, the John Agyekum Kufuor government lost, and then the National Democratic Congress came back to power again, led by His Excellency, also the deceased John Evans Fifi Atta Mills. In 2012, the NDC won again, this time around led by John Dramani Mahama. And then in 2016, the NPP came back to power again, which was this time around the third transition. And I think that was the 7th election. So 92, 96, 2000, 2004, 2008, 2012 was the 6th, 2016, yes, the 7th election. And then in 2020, the NPP, 2016, NPP came back to power, like I said. That was the third transition, the fourth transition, and then the 7th election. Then in 2020, the 8th election, Akufo-Addo government and the NPP won again. And then in 2024, the NDC has come back to power. So you realize it's just a two-party system, although there are tons of political parties, but the two main parties that have ruled the country from 1992, where the constitution was set up, has been the NDC, the National Democratic Congress, and the New Patriotic Party, the government that is now leaving power to hand over to the NDC again, have been ruling. Now, this year's election, coupled with a whole lot of coup d'etats that have been happening in the region recently, military governance and all. A lot of people thought that with the COVID pandemic and the high inflation and harsh economic turmoil, the austerity that has been happening in the African countries, especially those developing economies and those that were hit hard. We talk about the Ivory Coast, Ghana, Togo and all, Kenya, Nigeria and all. People, and it has led to a whole lot of change of regime, a lot of change of government. We saw that in Nigeria and all that, right? So what we are seeing is that what we are seeing currently is that because of that, and it's not just in Africa, a whole lot of Western countries, there's been a change in government. Canada, even their president Trudeau is on the verge of suffering a vote of no confidence. You go to UK and they change government and a whole lot, right? Even France, their president is on the verge of also suffering defeat his party. So it's a, and we also saw it recently in the United States where the Democrats also lost. So this whole economic downturn, economic turmoil is affecting government, right? And so people thought that in Africa, when things happen like that, people get agitated and the military usually take over, ride on those tension in the system and then take over. And it happened in a whole lot of Western African countries. And so people thought it was going to happen. But Ghana conducted elections, and in the midst of the turmoil, it's become absolutely successful. Now, it got a lot of people talking. People who thought that Ghana will this time around flip and then, you know, the political stability that we've enjoyed, being termed as a democracy hub in Africa, we're going to lose it. But Ghanaians stood firm. They waited. In fact, there was a whole lot series of demonstration upon demonstration where sometimes the president will use the military and the police to quash it, and so people thought, okay, well, let's wait for December 7th. Ghanaians waited and booted this government out. I don't really want to talk about the election itself because where my party lost. I'm a part of the New Patriotic Party, and well, as a Ghanaian, I think I need to commend Ghanaians for making a choice and making the right choice. I do think that at some point my party needed to sit somewhere for a while. And you know, Ghanaians have this 8-year term rule, and I think it played a whole lot in there, right? Ghanaians just couldn't go for another 4 years of same government. I think if you come, the maximum you will do is 8 years, and then we want to bring a new we want to have a new taste, and that perfectly happened, coupled with the COVID pandemic and all that Ghana is now currently recovering from. So 7 January, John Dramani Mahama is coming. He's proposed a whole lot to cut down government spending by cutting down the ministry appointment and all, and also recover a lot of corruption, or what you call loot, a lot of corruption scandals that saw money being wasted, people stealing money from government and all. He's promised to recover all those to fund his government. And yeah, so we are in full support. We are hoping that he succeed and recover all this to serve as a deterrent to other people that are coming in government. He has promised that nobody coming into his government should think of coming to amass wealth from the government. That is a good news for Ghana and good news for Africa as a whole. Now, Ghanaians got Nigerians talking, especially the vloggers and diplomats. In fact, people have been turning to their INEC. That is the Ghana, we call it the EC, the Electoral Commission, but they call it as INEC. And they are the people in charge of arranging election, and people have been turning to them and say, okay, you guys you see, because there's no transparency, even the voter turnout in Nigeria is somewhere around in the 30s, almost, let's say in the 40%. Even in Ghana, where we had like 60, 69, almost 13 to 70, we say there was low voter turnout. So Nigerians turn to their INEC and were like, if you guys are going to be credible, we are going to have successful election of what Ghanaians did. People came to the street, they voted without any mayhem, right? Any turmoil. They voted in peace, counted the ballot in peace, and the losing government accepted defeat as quick as it was, which brought peace. So people started lamenting like, ooh, Ghana Ghana election, even the vloggers. So people like this lady here started talking, sharing her experience in Ghana. In fact, she was in Ghana, and she talks about she thinking that no shops will open on December 7th, and then she steps out and realizes that people were just going about their business. Those that were going to vote, people will just leave their shops open, go and vote, and come back to watch their stores and all that. And then she was like, no, it won't happen. In Nigeria, if you are voting, all shops are closed, all institutions are closed, no school, nothing. But in Ghana, yeah, even if there was school, people will still go to school anyway. So come on. And they share the experience, and it's not just a whole lot of vloggers, tons of them. Just go to what Nigerians are saying about Ghana elections, and you see tons of videos. And I think as it is good for Ghana, I hope other African countries will emulate. And I don't know if they have to come to Ghana and take our constitution and just photocopy it and make strong institutions out of that constitution, so that those institutions will police their ballots and police their systems. Because in Ghana, I think we have a strong parliament, we have strong arms of government, the executive, the judiciary, and the legislature. I think they are doing really well, and I think it helps. The military is also playing their part, the police and all, and yeah. So it's good news for Ghana. I think I want to commend all Ghanaians for seeing that this new year will come and meet us all in peace. And the losing party, yeah, go back, do your homework, and then try to come back again. Election will be here soon, 2028 or 2032. Man, you might win election, one of those two. So, and I like the fact that the losing government, who's the leader of the New Patriotic Party, His Excellency Mahmoud Bawumia, who is the current vice president, accepted defeat as quick as it was when tension was boiling. Like, there was a whole lot of agitation. The EC should come and declare and blah, blah, blah. But as soon as he came and said, well, I've congratulated the former president who will be taking over and all, tension just died down. So Ghanaians, that's one of the reasons why I think you have to come to Ghana now if you really want to come, so that you find investment opportunities. I can't stop saying that, and I can't say that enough. You should come to Ghana for investment opportunities. We need it, and we need it now. Those in the diaspora, Ghana is peaceful. See, we just had a peaceful election. Just come. If you're new to this channel, please kindly subscribe, and Happy New Year if you're watching this in 2025. I'll see you when I see you.